Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Jermall Charlo, boxing star, arrested, allegedly stole cash from waitress in bar dispute. Charlo's attorney, Ken A. Schaefer, is denying the allegations against the boxer, saying at no point did he rob anyone or take any property other than his own. Schaefer explained when they ran Charlo's card, it was declined, and he then received a fraud alert from Chase Bank asking if he had made the charge. He responded yes, and they told him to have the charge submitted again. The waitress went to run it again and came back saying she could not find the card. Jermall was upset that his card was missing since it was a debit card tied to an account with substantial amount of money. Schaefer continued, the waitress had his license sticking out of a portfolio and he took his license back, saying that he didn't want her to lose that too. By this time, many club employees were gathering in the hallway, so Jermall's handler wanted to get him out of the club before trouble started, and a club employee walked Jermall out to his car. Schaefer added hours later, Jermall's assistant made contact with the club to give them another credit card number, but the club refused to accept it. Schaefer said the club owner expressed a desire to drop the charges, but claimed law enforcement insisted on filing charges to try to embarrass Jermall. Schaefer insisted Jermall stole no money from anyone at the club and made no threats toward anyone. Jermall Charlo has been arrested after cops say the boxing superstar melted down at a bar and stole money from a waitress. TMZ Sports has learned. The alleged incident all went down in San Antonio on July 16th, the day before Charlo's brother Jermall Charlo's fought Brian Castano. Oh, my bad. I was calling him the wrong name. That's Jermall. Okay. To draw at AT&T Center. According to police documents, Jermall was with a large party at the Texas bar when the waitress presented the group with the bill. In the docks, cops say Jermall handed over his credit card and ID, but the card was declined despite 3 attempts to run it. When the waitress came back to Jermall asking for another form of payment, the 31-year-old allegedly snapped. Police say surveillance video shows Jermall being very animated and appearing to be upset and yelling at the waitress and 2 other managers on the scene. In the video, according to cops, Jermall can then be seen taking away two bill collection binders from the waitress and stealing everything from the inside of them. Cops say one of the binders had Jermall's ID in it, while the other had cash payment made by another customer that the waitress had been serving previously in the night. In the docks, cops say witnesses claim Jermall then told the bar employees, "I will F you up, F you all, I will F you all's it up." Cops say Jermall and his crew then stormed out of the bar, pushing their way past the employees, and then got into a limousine bus and left. In the docks, the waitress told cops she suffered a minor leg injury while Jermall's crew ran into her while leaving the bar. Arrest warrants were ultimately issued for Jermall over the incident, and we're told the fighter turned himself into authorities on Wednesday morning. We're told Jermall is already in the process of posting bond. We've reached out to Charlo's camp for comment, but so far no word back yet. Jermall is one of the biggest stars in boxing. He's piled up a 32-0 record with 22 knockouts and is currently the WBC middleweight champ. So, what does this mean? Basically, this means that he handled the situation bad. We've heard about the Charlos, how they're very spoiled, especially from Carcino for Life. Shout out to him, and of course his buddy Sean. Respect to Sean, man, who's one of the guys of Boxing Socialist, man. Make sure you go to his page too, man. He be breaking down some great stuff, and I learned some things of boxing from him as well as Sino. So those two brothers, man, really are in it in boxing, and they interviewed these guys before, so he'll probably come out with a video and be more extensive with it. But mine is just looking on the outside in, and to me, it's like this. This is not just him, it's every athlete out there: boxer, runner, track star, basketball, football player. You are targets. If you lose your cool or you just jump the gun, you will be at more harm than that person, that bystander. And that's the truth. You can't lose your cool because there's video around everywhere. They have tape of everything. You could be outside and piss on the sidewalk or piss on a dog or piss on somebody. And they'll catch it and say, look what he's doing. He's pissing on somebody or the dog. And then you're basically going to have your image ruined. So this is going to be hurtful for his image. But for him to act like he did, taking the ID with another person's money, he stole the money and then just left, and they ran the girl over. Now, do I think she suffered a leg injury? I don't know. I think that's a little extensive, but if she did and later shows that she did, I apologize, but I don't think she suffered a leg injury from being pushed down. She probably, it's probably sore. I give it that, but it isn't hurt in a way I feel she can't walk or do her work or do her job. So that's all I got from it. We'll see how this story go, but to me he handled it wrong. What he should have done was keep his composure and just get another card. If that card declined, that card you may have overspent. You may have used it all. So to me what should have happened was he should have he should have bounced. You know what I'm saying? He should have left. He should have left the club, or I mean, or the bar, wherever he was at. He should have left. So, so we'll see. I mean, I just have a hard time believing that you know her legs hurt. But the problem that I have is Charlo. You are a guy who's a star. You're big. And for you to do what you just did is very stupid. Like, why would you even do this? You act like nobody knows who the hell you are. Like, they got you on tape doing this stuff. So if you can say whatever you want, but it shows you stormed out, grabbed the little thing from the woman, the waitress, and took some money and your ID out of there, and then you stormed off. Now she's saying that her leg hurts, so now she can sue you for injuries or assault. They call it assault. So but guys, men, black men especially, you have to understand. You got to keep your cool. If you can't keep your cool, have somebody in your camp who isn't a yes man who will help you keep your cool. Because one incident could result in you spending nights in jail. Seriously. And to me, you had the bond money for it, but see, what happens is your image is tarnished. See, they judge black athletes and black men by perception. They don't judge us by reality or the legality of the case. They just look at it as, oh, he's guilty because he's a black man and he comes off as that. A lot of white people will say, well, that's not true. I don't. Yes, you motherfuckers are the main prejudice one. Stop it. White people get on my nerves with that bullshit where they be trying to act like, oh man, they don't see race or they don't see all of that, but they're actually doing this shit to us, continuously doing the same system in sports, having this be shown, like showing the bad of the athlete rather than showing the good. Now, I've heard from Cino and Sean that the Charlos are, they're cocky, they're arrogant, they got that way after some wins, and they're a-holes. And one of the brothers, I don't know which one is the nice one while the other's not, but they both stick together. So who knows? But we'll we'll get some more information after this and see what's up. But thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you all for listening and thank you all for your support. We're out. Deezy.